In this video, I want to show you 3 common mistakes people do in muscle ups so that you can fix yours and unlock this cool exercise. Let's go. What's up? Nakshan here. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions about how to achieve the muscle up, so I created this video. Now, the muscle up can be broken down into 3 parts. The first one is the pull-up, where we pull ourselves up to the point where the rings touch our chest. The second one is the transition, where we pull the rings from the chest to the sides of our body. And the third one is the push, which is the dip. Now, the 2 hardest parts of this exercise are the end range of the pull-up and the transition. These are also the parts where I see most of the mistakes happen. So let's address them. The first mistake is losing the false grip while pulling up, which makes it impossible to transition slowly. Now, there are 3 things we can do to help us solve this problem. The first one is using magnesium. It will help us with the grip and make sure that we don't slip. It's even a rhyme somehow. The second thing we can do is trying to pass as much as we can of the hand to the other side of the ring. That will help us with the grip as well. The third thing we can do is practicing hanging in the false grip position. At first, it will feel weird and uncomfortable, but with time, we'll get used to it, and you might even be able to get a Tinder date while hanging from one hand. The second mistake is that you're not pulling high enough in the pull-up. That probably happens because you're not practicing the full range of motion of the pull-up. You see, most people stop when they pass their hands with their chin, but that's not where you want to stop. You want to reach the entire range of motion of the pull-up. For that to happen, you want to supinate your hands at the end of the range of the motion and try to touch the rings with your chest, as this is the position from which you'll start the transition. The third and last mistake is that you're not practicing the transition itself enough. The truth is, you won't achieve the transition if you just do pull-ups and dips. You have to work on that specific range of motion where you pull the rings from your chest to the side of your body, leaning forward as much as you can and ending up in the low dip position. The first and harder way to work on it is by doing the eccentric muscle ups, where you jump into the dip and you go down, trying to control the transition as much as you can. The problem with that is that it's really difficult to control at the beginning, and it usually ends up looking like you're just falling from the dip. Instead, you should try the second and friendlier option, which is the Russian dips. It's an exercise that simulates the muscle up transition very well while eliminating the instability of the rings, which allows you to progress in the transition more gradually. The best way to start this exercise is by using a band and going as low as you can with your elbows and stopping right before you reach the point where you can't go back up again and then going back up. Once you feel comfortable with that, try touching the bars with your elbows and then going back up. Once you feel comfortable with that, try removing the band and doing it again. Once you get to a point where you can touch the bars with your elbows with full control without using any band for assistance, then you can transition into the eccentric muscle ups and start to deal with the full range of motion of the transition and the instability of the rings. That's it. Hopefully with these inputs and corrections, you will be able to achieve the muscle up. Remember that it takes time to develop new abilities. Learning that technique, developing the necessary strength and control isn't easy. So be patient and enjoy the fact that you can move and learn new things. You better subscribe to my channel. I sacrificed my entire skin on the wrists, as you can see, because I had to do so many repetitions of muscle ups for this video. So subscribe, turn notifications on, and like this video if you can. That's it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if these tips have helped you, and if you have tips for other people who are on the journey to get their muscle up, share it with them in the comments. Until next time, have a good day and peace.